How's everyone doing? Today is the 11th, I believe, day 6 of the riots or protests, whatever you want to call it. Day 17 is the Diddy case, if you're following along with that. And just a few days into the U.S. military parade. You know what I've been thinking about the military parade? I feel like more people should be excited about the military parade. Think about this, okay? And I'm in my garage making stuff. Think about this, okay? The military parade. This is a one in a lifetime thing. There's never been a military parade before in the U.S. At least I don't think so. Not in my parents' lifetime, not in my grandparents' lifetime, and hasn't been in my lifetime so far. So very interesting to see a military parade. I don't know. Are you guys excited? I just want to throw it out there. Is anyone actually excited about the military parade or not? But you know what I was thinking about the military parade is that it's too old school. Okay, they at least from what I've seen, I think they're gonna have like tanks and they're gonna have soldier. Like I think they said like 6,000 soldiers are gonna be there. They're gonna have like tanks and planes flying. But this is what I was thinking this morning, okay? This sounds. Am I in DC? No, I'm not in DC. I'm just thinking about the parade. Hey, Julius, how you doing? Well, okay. Think about this, okay? The parade is one in a lifetime, right? And it's happening in our lifetime. There's never gonna be another like a parade ever. I don't think so. Um, what I was saying yesterday is that what they should do is they're having this parade like it's like 1950, okay, like just like marching tanks and soldiers. They need to update it to 2025 because they're supposed to show like our military might, right? They need to have a drone show. That's what we need. That's what this parade needs. Because you think about it, the world's gonna see this, right? And they're gonna be like, "Oh, we could, if we marched down there with 1950s like tanks and like the old school way." I think the rest of the world's gonna be like, "Oh, I think we could take on America." You need to have a drone show because that's what Trump is looking for, right? He's looking to kind of like wow the world. A drone show. China made a dragon with drones. I'm okay. I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna keep saying it into the parade. Okay, if anybody wants to be promoted to Secretary of, I don't know, technology or whatever, right? I'm telling you, this is how Trump works. You give him a little something. That's how he works. If you want to be Secretary of Technology, do a drone show during the parade. Whatever you are right now, let's say you're the janitor. If you could put together the drone show and make it when it flies to the White House, right? Make a drone show fly over to the White House. Gold plated, of course. You can't have regular drones. They have to be gold plated drones, right? They fly over to the White House and then it just goes, it makes a configuration of Trump's face, right? If China could put together a dragon, because think about it, right? We're in 2025. We just saw Ukraine put out a massive drone attack into Russia, right? Impressive attack. And we're out here marching out with 1950s style military parade. No, you gotta show our drones. You gotta show the drones. That's what everyone's talking about now. So you get the drones, you fly them over, make Trump's face, right? Pop out the drones. If China put together a dragon and we can't do that, I'm telling you, it doesn't look good. It's not a good look if you're trying to impress the world with our might and you didn't put together a drone dragon. Okay? But make Trump's face come out of the drones. and then make him do like make it do a salute or something, and then make it go happy birthday Donald Trump. If you're the janitor in the White House, you put this together, Secretary of Technology, right away. um, I don't know. I'm gonna keep saying it because I'm telling you, this is how Trump works. You gotta sprinkle a little something. You gotta sprinkle a little something. All right, what else is going on right now? The riots, of course, in LA. I'm in California, so it's like interesting topic for me. So we're gonna keep talking about it. What I find very interesting about the media coverage, and I had to go back because how they're saying the media is covering LA. If you have you guys ever seen if you're younger, you definitely have not seen this. But if you're in my age group, you must have seen this. Predator 2. I know Predator 2 was terrible compared to Predator 1, but if you go back, rewatch Predator 2. The opening 5 minutes of Predator 2 is what the media coverage of the riots, of the protests, what they're making it out to be. I literally went back. I was like listening to like how the media is describing what's going on, and I was thinking to myself like, this sounds so familiar. And I closed my eyes, and literally the opening scene of Predator 2 popped up, and I rewatched it. The opening scene of Predator 2 is crazy. If you're in California and you like rewatch the opening scene of Predator 2, it is pretty intense. I have to say. Aw, I'm missing one of my packing slips. All right, you guys have to come with me. I picked off the mount. Come with me. Missing. I'm missing my packing slip for my order. Somebody ordered some aprons. I gotta get them out. Let's see. But I think the interesting thing about the riots, or sorry, I keep saying that they're riots. It's protests. Is that yesterday it was throughout the United States. I find it very interesting that what is that? You know what I saw today? Oh no, Julius. I feel like I'm not muting you. I'm not muting anybody. I believe let it fly. um no, dude. I don't know. No, I don't mute anybody. I um I like the banter. So that's fun for me. What's that? Okay, I got that. So I'm walking around. I gotta get some. Okay. Gotta get some aprons to make. Okay. What I find interesting about the protests that's going on right now is the one, media coverage. Two is the National Guard situation. Like, I find that scenario very interesting because today I saw that you were saying, okay, Julius, maybe YouTube doesn't like the parade. You ever thought of that? There. Okay. You know how they say that was it like 80% of the internet is actually bots, right? And a lot of them are from China. Maybe China is suppressing the talk about the parade. Yeah? They're like, those Americans, we don't want them to we don't want to see their tanks. Uh, but I'm saying we need to. All right, this is the design for this one. I said, oh, wait, you're saying counter protest? I am one. Okay, I guess you're jarring something real quick for me, Julius. Um, I think Trump the other day said that if you go out to protest the parade, like it's gonna be like it's cracking down, you know. I 100% guarantee you there's gonna be protests at the parade. 100%. And I think they're ready for it. You know, the other thing I saw that was really interesting. So if you, I think it was yesterday, I looked at the route for the parade because I just very curious about this military parade. It's only a mile long, like from the start of the parade to the end. It's supposed to end at just a little bit past the White House, right? The front part to get the nice visuals. You know, like I said, Trump's all about visuals, right? Someone set up the drone show. It's gonna be great. Um, they're barricading 10 miles out, I believe. That's what I saw this morning. They're setting up barricades 10 miles or something like that away, or 10 blocks. I don't know. I'm in my garage right now. Later, I heard the number. I was like, the parade is only not even a mile long, and they're they're prepared. I'm telling you, for protests there. I guarantee you. it's like the stars are aligning because no matter what, this Saturday is a day to be remembered. It's gonna go in the history books because if you think about the crowd that's gonna go to the parade, right? The ones that are like pumped up for this, right? It's gonna be you know what I'm talking about, like very like it's gonna be very like conservative red type, right? And then you're gonna 100% you're gonna get protesters. 100%. You can mortgage. You can go to any of those. Oh my god, I missed your comment. What'd you say, Julius? Let me see. What if this is a ruse to Miller? Okay, dude, you and me on the same page. Okay, well, I'll make this point real quick, and then I'm gonna get to that. You and me. I literally was driving today, and I was buying eggs, and I thought of this. Okay, I'll get to this. But you're gonna 100% get protesters, and they're gonna clash. You 100. Okay, to the militarization point. Militarization point. Okay, this is what I was thinking today because I think I was getting to this with the National Guard in California. So he sent a bunch of National Guards. Well, they took over. The National Guard was kind of already here, and they're for the governors to kind of like control, and then the president can commandeer them. That's what they're saying here in California news. Like he took them over, right? And then he sent in the Marines. Well, the Marines are also already here, but they're stationed out now. Now it looks like a war zone there, right? This is what I was thinking, okay, about the DC thing. The tanks and whatnot are coming from all different parts of the country. I believe the tanks themselves are from Texas. Someone could correct me if you have internet. You could search this up. But I thought I saw something about the tanks are being transported from Texas over there, right? Um, and then I'm pretty sure all the military stuff is going over there. My initial thought was, oh, it's kind of strange that they didn't have some of those things closer to DC. Like it's Texas to DC is really far apart. So I'm like, oh, interesting. They're bringing stuff from really far away parts um, into DC, right? What happens if that stuff doesn't go back and they just leave it there and they're preparing for a event down the road? I don't know. This is what I was just driving the car and I was just thinking like it's kind of weird, right? You're doing a military parade, but then, I mean, I guess if there's specialty tanks, like you would have to get them from different parts. But like I said before in the beginning, I don't care about old antique tanks. Like you want to see cool new stuff, right? I thought this is supposed to be like to flex what we got. So I don't care about. Nobody cares. Do you guys care about old antique tanks? I don't care. So I don't know. I thought that was really strange that they're bringing stuff from so far away. I would assume some of the stuff should have been closer. Like Texas to DC is really far, and I was thinking, what if they just like leave some of the stuff there, right? Midterms are coming up, and they just leave it there, And because you know how the news cycle works, right? People just forget about things. Like we completely forgot about tariffs. Like literally, when the Elon stuff happened, and then this happened, and talking about protests and riots, right? And they're bringing all this military stuff into DC. I just find it very interesting that maybe next election cycle, if things don't go the correct way, all that stuff is already there. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It just seems very odd. It just seems very odd. And you know what they say, like California in a way leads the way, and his the reaction into this is kind of weird with the protest that you know basically they're militarizing right this this area now, and you know there's always been talk about Texas succeeding, right, or California could be its own country, right? um Interesting that you're pulling military resources away from those areas, right? And then if you really want to come back, because later yesterday he said something about he wants to liberate California, and I was like, that sounds kind of crazy. All right, so this is the first one. I love weird. It doesn't look very. It's backwards when you guys see it, but let me get the other one out. Then I'll be done with this, and then here, and then it goes with this one. I am weird. You know, like Julius, you and me, same thought. I was driving. I was like, it just seems so odd that we're doing this, and I'm telling you, it's an excuse to leave some of that equipment over there, because it seems like it's not usually there. But I don't know. We'll see. And then because the thing is, nobody's asking for this parade. Nobody's asking for it. The other thing though is that it's a lot. Or my feeling, a little bit of both. I have like sometimes I get big orders in, and then you'll see me here, and I'll be making like tons of like one thing, and then sometimes I get like small orders here. This is a small order, and it's just somebody ordering a set, and that one is done. Pack it with a packing slip. I'll ship it out later, and then well, I'm done with this. Made in America, bro. In the garage. All right. Make sure next we're going to be working on packing these name puzzles. I got some name puzzles. They got to go out. Okay, make sure they're all lined. First, I got to line up these packing steps for us. I'm going to get in super trouble. People get super pissed if they get the wrong order. So I got these orders to do. There's like 4 puzzle orders. I'm going to bring the puzzles. Oh no, same way. I've been obsessed with these protests. I've been watching coverage on it every day. So this is one, Eli, right? And then you get like poems on them. So I make these puzzles, and they're birthday presents. Looks like the birthday presents from what I can tell, because the buyers, they put little notes on them, and these need to go out. They got these letters to go with them, you know. Educating America right here. Teaching kids how to spell their names. That's what we do. But yeah. So the protesting, very interesting. I don't know if you guys saw my other video about the sushi place. The looting thing is crazy. Because in one of the streams I watched, they caught some from looters, like they were just there to loot, and I mean, the guy that was doing the stream, he's there live and he's in the streets, so he didn't like. It's not like he would notice, but after I rewatched it, those guys were definitely looters. They were up to here in gear with hoodies on, and yeah, they those were definitely looters. That's wild. That's crazy. Like I feel like looting at this point is very hard because they have facial recognition like up to wazoo right now, and they'll find you. They will find you. All right. So with the letters on, so the kids just boop boop. Very cool. That's it. Easy peasy. All right, I want to pack these up. Going in. Julius, if you're still here, thanks for hanging out. I always appreciate you coming over and hanging out with me. But I'm done with this. Gonna pack this up, go inside, and I'm gonna do some other work. Thank you for hanging out.